All right, Robert. So, got new stuff this year.
We got some new stuff. Let's first, how have these been?
They've been good.
Okay.
So I've made slight changes to them since I got them, as you can tell by the lead tape.
Yes.
They were light. They were getting like D0.
Okay.
So I tried to get them back up to like D3.5.
Okay.
And then the shaft change.
Yeah.
I had the LZs.
Okay.
Just been really struggling with the iron play a little bit.
Okay.
Not from a contact standpoint, just pulling everything.
Okay.
So try to go a little heavier to maybe help the face not close.
Did it help?
A little bit.
Okay.
Probably some swing stuff in there too,
Sure.
but yeah, like, you know, but it's definitely getting closer to where, at least when I'm hitting it, it just, the one shot I hate is it starts left. It just out of the window, it goes left, right?
Yep.
So
cool.
Yeah, I would try to avoid that one if we can.
You got it.
Yeah, but they should be standard.
Standard, all the way through.
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch you hit a few of these.
Okay.
We'll get some numbers on to get some reads, and then, so if in a perfect world, then if we could fix anything, it would be
Direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If when that ball goes left, that's the least favorite shot.
Yes.
Okay. What ball do you play?
Regular.
Okay. Really good. Dispersion's really good on these.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the average. So on average, numbers are really good.
Yeah.
Fit well. Got a lot of spin, even for the 150s. It's first one was groove low. That one even got a little bit more spin than that too. Smash factor's in a good spot.
Yeah.
So before we hit the new ones, let's talk about them.
Okay.
What's different? So 100 and 150, right? The two that we're kind of most familiar with. Not a whole lot of changes to this. Blade length, sole width, offset, top line, all stay the same. So all that's trying to stay the same. What did change to this? Groove pattern change.
Yeah.
To try to get us more spin consistency out of, long, rough, and wet conditions.
Yeah.
Right? That's a lot of torque feedback. This club also got a degree stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Those player feedback as well. They want to see this get a degree stronger. Some of it probably brings some spin down, but the other part of it is if it starts stronger and we go weaker, take some offset away.
Yeah.
Adds bounce. Two things that they really wanted.
Yeah, it gets out of the turf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we go into 150. 150 got a millimeter longer for heel to toe.
Okay.
Spreading out the tungsten weights a little bit more as well, so making that a little bit more stable. But inside both of these irons, we added what we call variable face thickness now. It's a little bit thicker in the middle, thinner in between the heel and toe. More consistent ball speeds on those.
On the toe and the heel, then it's going to trampoline a little more.
Correct.
If you miss it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably the two noticeable differences, 250, 350. So number 200, change name, 250. What we've done to this now is one piece. And the way we build it, we still have that polymer core that sits behind the face, that max impact and those tungsten weights, but now we kind of build it kind of like a ship in the bottle.
Yeah.
Then weld that shut so it's nice and flush now.
Nice.
Millimeter and a half longer, 350 get a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
So you can notice that from the offset, the top lines, all of that. But what in the big thing, really, for all the irons, I guess, is the variable face thickness. So kind of tapering, starting up the top and then working its way down, getting thicker and then thinner out. So really forgiving into this iron here. Same deal, but it's really thick in the middle and then kind of X's out this way, then thinner as it stretches. So these irons are so forgiving. In fact, our first, we really haven't had this happen. Our first time sending these to USGA, we got a big old thumbs up saying, hey, too high.
Yeah.
Go backwards a little bit, right? So these are at the limit. Then this is probably going to be one of the more special irons. This is the 250 launch spec.
Yeah.
So for our players that need to see that ball get in the air and get some height, get some spin, we weren't really rocking that department, right? We had that 400 that was really strong. We kind of realized really quickly that for the players that deal off the club like they should, they're just not getting in the air and landing like we want it to.
Right.
So this thing hoists, and I can't wait for you to hit that.
Yeah.
But kind of working our way all the way through. We'll start with the 100.
Okay.
Now you said your standard lie angle.
Yeah. So
according to TrackMan,
Yeah.
You're a little up. You could go a little upright, so we could test that.
Yeah, I'd be open to test it. I've always just stayed away from it because
so I
don't want to go
it's
left.
not new. for you?
No.
Okay.
No. So it's like I'd say, it always been kind of like 1 to 2 up.
Yeah.
In a fitting.
Yep.
But then it's like
that's where it reads. I mean, yeah, line angle for the 7-iron is 63 degrees. You're at 66.9.
Yeah, I just always was worried about going flat, like, or going left.
Totally.
Right.
Totally. We can test it and see if that does make it worse.
Okay. So this is the 100.
This is the 100.
Still a KBSX.
Yep.
Cool.
Not changing that unless we feel like we need to.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's really good.
It's right out of the middle.
Yeah. Middle helps.
Middle helps. Middle's good, and it
That's
didn't
really
go left.
Good.
It's kind of the one right there.
Yep.
But that felt pretty. I can feel that was a toe strike.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see how far that went.
That went farther than I thought it would.
Yeah.
165 carry, 174 total.
Because that's kind of what
still
you're
at a land angle of 45 degrees.
That's what you're kind of talking about, right?
Yeah.
With like the face being more forgiving.
Yep. Now, we're going to the 150. Obviously, 150 is still that thicker bottom.
Yeah.
Which, if we're getting into the turf a lot, that's going to help.
Yeah. I'm also just in my research coming in, like 250. I'm very interested in too. Like not like in the short irons, but
I am as well for you in some spots in the bag.
Yeah. I'm not a bad ball striker. I'm not him over there, but it's not bad. I can hit it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's flushed.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it's just like familiar.
Yeah.
But you're right, like I'm hitting a little on the toe and it's still going.
Totally. Center strike.
That's the one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Did I see that?
Definitely a different sound.
Yeah. Well, it's now. I mean, the sound just has that kind of almost tour sound to it.
And that's like cheating.
That's really good.
And it's still spinning.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I fear is that left miss when that does it, because we're not really seeing it right now.
No.
When that does happen, is that because the loft just gets too low?
Right.
Right. But that's cool.
Just a whole bag of these, right?
Is that the 250?
No, one
350.
more, yeah. There it is.
That definitely goes high.
Yep.
That goes high.
Does. That's what.
Which
Again, sometimes that's what players need to actually hit it far, right?
Yeah.
You don't need you've got plenty of height, but
Yeah, 8100 spin.
yeah, you just don't need that,
Yeah.
right? But for the people who don't create speed to create spin,
Right.
that's where the sculpt's going to come in. So,
Gotcha.
let's go back 150.
Okay.
I'm going to look at, so we can do, before we could always only go in denominations of two
Yeah.
up, 4 up, and 2 flat. We
Yeah.
can go ones now with these.
Sweet.
I can also adjust loft. So let's see what that looks like. So I think that's going to help personally,
So go
just
up.
from in terms of
Well, yeah.
contact.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely toe it a lot. If I miss it, it's a toe.
Which I've seen guys be on the heel and need to go upright. It all depends.
Right.
Nothing's stock
Sat.
here. $133.
That felt good.
It'll look good too. Directionally.
Makes me get a little lower. Yeah. It's good to see not pulling it. That would be kind of the one.
That you like or dislike?
Dislike.
Yep.
It's just left
I'm
of
with
it.
you.
loving how much. So this is the one they have the weight. There's like all the tungsten's down here, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so it keeps it spinning.
Yeah. Interestingly, that was some of our best numbers. But let me see now.
Okay.
Let's look at a shaft change for a second.
Yeah, I'm not married to anything.
Okay. A little bit.
Are you trying to launch it a little?
No, I'm not really trying to launch it as much as I am just maybe a different vibe of being able to get around it differently.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. But
what about Project X?
Let's try this instead.
Okay.
Let's try the Modus.
Yeah.
120X.
Okay.
This could be a good one. If not, we'll say a flat or a standard.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. I mean, it looked good.
I'm not opposed to bending my stuff later too, if I need to. Alright. So Modus, D150. You said this is the 120?
120, yep. No. Yeah.
Definitely because of the less weight in the shaft, it definitely feels heavier.
Head does?
I'm feeling the head a little more, yeah.
You like that?
I do actually, yeah.
Good.
Just a little different at first.
Yep. That's the one.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good.
That's really nice. You still got some speed. Just I want some tolerance there, but that's. I mean, numbers are looking way better now.
Yeah.
And so what's fascinating about this too is, in theory, there's a little bit of a higher launching shaft.
Yeah.
Spins down.
Yeah.
In a good way.
But I was looking at that too. Like I felt like I was getting with the KBS. It was definitely coming out lower. Like I felt like I had to work really hard to get the ball up.
Yeah.
Especially in long irons. So I was almost thinking about going to the X for the ball. But I don't want the spin.
Now, numbers wise, you look so good with the V right now.
Yeah, I don't want the spin. All right.
Really big change, 250 and 350. So no more of that backplay on either one of those. Just a single body, so that helps the sound a lot. It's kind of the biggest feedback we got was so these are going to be the big.
Yeah. I mean,
that just feels really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded great.
The way
that's one up right now.
I mean, I'm open to it.
With the way it's flying, I'm really liking it. Spin's good, landing is good, launch is good. I think where you're going to start to notice a bit better contact is just that toe not digging quite as much.
Yeah.
And now we're getting that full sole interaction.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of where that miss comes in sometimes, just from what I'm looking, it's just face getting shut just a little bit too quick.
Yeah, that's a swing thing to me, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go back to that. Because I'd much rather have that sound of the club going through and then helping centerness of contact out a little bit better.
Yeah.
Versus just kind of relying on lie angle to straighten out ball flight.
Sure. Straighten out the ball flight with other things.
Yeah, exactly, with face contact. Yeah, because that's perfect. I mean, the ball's hardly, that's our winner.
That's it,
that's
there.
It. Yeah. So we kind of talked about it now, looking at, maybe blending the set a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's test that now. Yeah, these last ones are perfect. So looking at the last ones here, 126 ball speed on average, 175 carry with a 49 land angle. So for every club to go up, we want to see a 5 mile an hour increase in ball speed. If we don't see that, we would change out that club to get you something that gets you into the proper ball speed, that window that we want to see every iron.
Yeah.
So right now, let's hit the 150 in the 5.
Okay.
John, do you have time to hit each iron a couple times? Or do we need to dive right into your... Are you standard 5? Yes.
That was it good?
That was it really good. So I will highlight, too, what's changed here. Let me grab this. I got 8 iron in this set.
Okay.
So if you're looking here, you can kind of see the depth of that. Check out the depth of this. It's not... It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
So that's actually taking center of gravity and lowering it more to help you even more in the long iron. So not every 150 is actually created equal now.
Right. So you're kind of progressing through the set a little. that feels great.
That's good. However, ball speed, we're sacrificing just a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's see what a 5-iron looks like in a 250.
Cool. This is what I was excited to try.
Yeah. And for you, I mean, again, if you're 175 carry,
Right.
you know, I want to be comfortably 195 with a 5-iron, right?
Right.
And from 195, that might be a little bit more confidence inspiring. Oh, that's easy. So again, we were looking for 136. You hit 136 on the first go, right?
That feels good.
That's easy
Yeah.
answer.
I don't want to have an ego anymore. I don't have it. Give me the.
Well, and here's the other thing, right? 80% of guys on tour that play our irons
Yeah.
play a mixed bag, right? And
Right.
so a lot of it's, the 3, 4, and 5 iron.
Yeah.
Right? I think even like Wyndham Clark, one point had a 3, 4, and 5 iron all in the T200s. Let me grab. I have a better idea. The new U505.
Okay.
So let's see what this is like.
Sure.
I did this last year. I played my T200 with a graphite shaft.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the cleanest just 225 club I've ever had in my life. Oh my. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking for what were we looking for there? Only
141.
Yeah, 141. We hit 142.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
It has spin on it still, and it's going.
Yeah, no, it had everything. It had land angle. That's
Okay.
an easy answer for me.
Sold there.
Okay, ball game. U505 4-iron. Everything's one up.
Yep.
250 5, 150 6-through pitch and wedge. You're going to be in the Project X 90-gram extra stiff, and then the Modus 120s extra stiff, standard length, standard grip, 2 extra reps of tape. Cool.
That's exciting stuff, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Good to meet
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah,
That was
you
fun.
had fun. Yeah.
Good to meet you.